right? But a lot of times it's the psychology
Yes.
that gets us trapped up. We see, our favorite basketball player or football player, and we look up to those people, and we see how they live, and we want to live like that without that kind of money.
Right.
It's detrimental to us. We have to fix the psychology part of things.
So what would you say? Because that conversation has been had, and you would think we understand that is a psychological problem. What would you say to them to say this is what you would have to put in front of yourself to stop yourself from spending? Or what advice would you give for them to tell themselves, or just to help people limit themselves from doing a habit that they've developed and they're doing it secondhand nature at this point?
That's a great question. But I know this is not talking about accounting, but I ponder about this over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, we have to be happy living with who we are,
mm-hmm.
and accepting who we are. And I'm unique.
Mm-hmm.
Just me I'm unique,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And I have to live and be happy with who I am, what God has made me to be.
Alhamdulillah.
That way I don't have to look at somebody else and say, oh, I have to go buy that car.
Right.
I have to go buy that shirt, that tie, whatever,
mm-hmm.
because that person has that.
Right.
Because it's driving me in debt.
And that's, yeah.
It's hurting my children. You're talking about generational wealth. It's hurting the ability for my children to go to school.
Mm.
Yeah, I might feel good having a nice jacket on, which I think is a nice jacket,
It is a nice
right?
jacket.
But what does it do for my children's education?
Right.
Nothing. Right? What is it going to do if my mom gets sick, my dad gets sick, my uncle gets sick, my cousin gets sick, and I can't help them? No, it's going to make me feel real bad in the end.
Right.
When I can't help.
And this is the thing, like I said, going back to the culture, is we are competing for the wrong things.
Absolutely.
Let's compete in education with our children.
Yeah.
Let's compete with buying, like instead of buying that $400 bag, somebody
mm-hmm.
buys a bag for $400, they can buy some type of computer or some type of, even send their kid to a class to be able to get some extra tutoring, to be able to
certification, anything.
Something. It's like a lot of times when we think of culture-wise, we look at the Asians, and what do you think of? Education, intelligence. When here we are, geniuses, ingenuity, people coming up with ideas. You think about all of the great ideas that came at the beginning of the 20th century, came from us. But why? Because we can be able to think of things and stuff. We're intelligent people. And so now with the technology, we can be able to spend our money and put it towards that. But what are we doing? Putting it towards, other things or
Entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment.